I'm gonna say it. I am so full of meat. What is going on, gang? Thanks so much for tuning back into the channel. And I have the camera pointed in the worst direction possible right now, but I wanted you guys to see this awesome, beautiful lake. It's hard to believe that 7 days ago, a week ago, it was below freezing and we had a layer of ice here in Texas. It's 60 degrees, I'm in a fleece and I'm sweating. So yeah, the saying's true. If you don't like the weather down here, just literally wait 5 seconds and it's gonna change. But we are gonna get down to freezing tonight. You probably saw I did bring my diesel heater, so it will get chilly tonight, and I'm looking forward to it because I'm kind of warm right now. But I'm trying to get in a pretty decent, relaxing episode tonight because next week we are dipping down, like most of the country, I believe, down into the teens, much colder up north, but we're gonna get down to 16, 17 degrees here next week, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it out for that. So I'm gonna use this beautiful day to come out here and relax and have a amazing dinner cooked over the fire pit down there, and just kind of enjoy this amazing scenery and the peace and quiet. Get away from reality for just a little bit tonight. So guys, thanks for tuning in and stick around. I think this is going to be a pretty fun evening and I'm looking forward to it. So last week, while it was freezing rain and snowing and icing, I went out and bought 2 bundles of firewood. And since it was kind of rainy and gross that whole night, I never burnt any of this firewood. So I've got 2 bundles here tonight that I need to get burning. So I'm decided to go ahead and cook for real this time off of open flame. I'm not too sure about that grate that's over that campfire. So I did bring just a simple grate that I'm probably gonna put on top of it. But in order for dinner to work properly, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get a fire started here pretty soon because I don't want a huge flame. I just need some heat, because I don't want to burn my dinner. So I'm going to get fire started. Again, I've got 2 bundles of firewood, so we're not going to be short wood at all tonight. And at least tonight, my tent, the back of it's facing the smoke. So in theory, I shouldn't have a whole lot of smoke getting to my tent, but you know how smoke goes with campfires. It literally follows you wherever you go. So we'll see if I'm able to escape all the smoke tonight up in my tent. But yeah, I definitely have enough wood. I got to quit saying wood. That's all right. I'm kind of letting that sun settle down a little bit because it is blaring right into my rig, and it's not the most pleasant, to be honest with you. It's starting to cool down just a little bit, so I'm going, we've got quite a lot of trails back here in this area where I'm at. And I think I've been out here with my family with the RV. I just don't remember. We've been to quite a few spots, but I don't think we've ever walked on these trails. So, got my camera. See if we can go find, there's a lot of deer out here, so hopefully I can find some deer. I think by this time next week, we're all gonna be wishing it was this warm. But right now, I wouldn't mind for it to be just a little bit cooler. It looks like there's quite a pretty good opening here to the lake. And there's one thing about this park, guys, I always see deer and cardinals out here are absolutely, they're everywhere. So that's pretty cool. This would be an awesome spot just for a simple tent camp right here. Look at this. I'd camp here in a little tent, and over here too. Look at that. Yeah, I can definitely see myself. Little one-person, tiny little backpack tent. This would be a perfect area. Good place to not catch any fish. My type of spot. We can figure out where we're going here. This is pretty cool. You can't see me. Now I can't see you, but this is pretty cool. Little kind of your own little private beach over here. Check that out. Man, this is gnarly over here. Kind of like it. Interesting. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna explore a little bit longer, let that sun go down. So at least I can see you folks in the camera. It's right at my face, so just gonna kind of hang out here and see what kind of trouble I can get into. And then we'll head back to the truck. See how lucky we can get getting this fire at least started so we can be ready for dinner time. There we go. Yep, smoke's coming right at me, as usual. Dinner tonight, gang, is gonna be quite unusual. I did the opposite. I went to the grocery store when I was full, and so really nothing sounded that good. So we don't even have like side items for tonight's dinner. I don't think I'm gonna need it, but it's been one of those work weeks, so this definitely calls for a little bit of a cocktail tonight, unlike usual. So I am going to sit and sip, if I can get it open. I forgot that these were not twist tops. My trusty Klein tool bottle opener came to the rescue, so cheers everyone. Oh, so refreshing, so good. But I'm just letting that fire get just a little bit more hot before we start cooking the dinner. So apparently in my haste of trying to find some kind of dinner, I ran across stuffed, wrapped jalapeños. So we're gonna give those a shot tonight, kind of a pre-meal to our big meal. I'm gonna have to put these on kind of on the back so they don't burn. Good enough? I think getting some of this bacon grease on this new fire grate's also gonna help kind of season it just a little bit. Obviously it's not a lot of bacon, but a little bit can't hurt. On we go. Bingo. Got to get this steak seasoned up properly though. We got some just standard old steak seasoning. Just a dab of butter. And now I think I'm going to try one of these jalapeños. Oh, God. We'll try. No, ow. That would not be smart. I guess let's focus on the steak. Glad I brought 2 plates. This is going to be a lot of food, guys. All right, gang, I apologize. I know it's dark, but I don't want to get a lantern out because this is so nice out here and I don't want to ruin it, but so far, everything is fantastic, other than the fact I forgot. What did I forget this week? I forgot paper towels. So I'm a little bit messy. And for anyone who cares or who's been watching the channel for last couple of, I guess, months, got the word back from the dentist that I get to keep my teeth after my accident. So they took the splints off and I go back in 2 weeks for a braces mock-up is what they called it. So I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm not super excited about it, but at least I get to keep the old teeth. Oh my. There is something about a flame grilled steak. This is a nice one. Well, gang, I am so, I'm gonna say it, I am so full of meat. I ate almost that whole T-bone, and I am meated out. I don't know how else to say it other than that, but dinner was, man, I gotta do that more often. That was so good. I don't usually eat a whole lot of red meat, but man, I think I might change my attitude on that, because that was, the filet side of it was fantastic, but absolutely gorgeous sunset. It is getting cold. I'm not even gonna put my jacket on, because I'm probably gonna get the diesel heater hooked up here pretty quick and crawl up in the tent, but just a beautiful, easy, peaceful little camping episode. Lake has been completely still. Not a whole lot of boat traffic going on tonight, which is kind of different. There's normally quite a few boats on this lake, but I think I'm gonna burn through the rest of my firewood so I don't feel like I wasted all that money. And then we're gonna crawl up into the tent and we're gonna call it a night, guys. So that's the scoop. That's what's going on. All right, well, I'm gonna get smart tonight and stick my butane up here in the tent so I won't have any issues making coffee in the morning. But because I didn't bring a battery or my little electric coffee maker thingy, so we're gonna be using the jet boil. But now we gotta get this diesel heater set up. Guys, I've used this tent for the longest I've used any tent that I've had, and I absolutely love it. Tons of room inside. Everything's just awesome about it, with the exception of it does not have any type of port to put in your like your AC duct, or in this case my heater duct. A lot of the newer tents now actually have a 4-inch pass-through where you can stick ducts in. So everything else about this tent I absolutely love, with that exception. And just like last week, guys, I didn't even use a power station. I've got a battery here. I don't know if you can see it. I've got a battery here that's got a little 12 volt, that's not it, a 12 volt output. Basically, it's not regulated. I think I pulled like 190 watts out of this thing one time. So it has no problems starting and running a diesel heater. So sometimes I think it's just easier for this, because I'm not as worried about it getting cold, yada, yada, yada. All kinds of boring stuff. Long story short, it works. That's all I really care about. I'm gonna stick this under here. Put that bad boy up. And then you can never get this sealed up perfectly, you know what I mean? There's always some kind of little gap that you can't quite close up. It's not so important in the wintertime, at least in my opinion, as it is in the summertime with all the bugs, but it's still kind of a pain. All right, so we got heat for the night. Got my candy for the movie. I'll see you folks up in the tent. All right, gang, well, I got the camera set up here. You can't see it. Hopefully we'll get some decent stars, but we're kind of close to the city, and you know, light pollution and all that good stuff, but it's getting pretty chilly. I'm gonna get up here in the tent, get some comfy clothes on, and I think we're gonna call it a night. All right. Yeah, it's getting pretty cold. And to think I was complaining about 3 hours ago of sweating, so. Oh, Texas is fun. You know what? I forgot to lock this. Oh, jeez. I'm glad I put out that awning because it was still a little damp after last week. I went home and pretty much I opened it up and I let it sit out for about a day and a half. I thought it was dry, but when I got to camp here today and opened it up, it was still a little moist. So I'm glad I went ahead and pulled that thing out. Didn't need it, obviously, but it helped kind of dry it out a little bit. But I think that's about it, guys. I'm gonna get into my my PJs. In case I get this question a lot. I guess it's a normal question. I never really talk about it, but this is my bottle. This is so I don't have to go outside when it's freezing cold and do my thing. So I know it's gross. Take it home, bleach it, use it next trip. So yeah, in case you guys were wondering, that's how I managed to not have to get outside in the middle of the night. But yeah, awesome evening, awesome food. I'm just gonna crash, folks, and hopefully keeping this butane in here tonight will help get me some coffee quicker in the morning. So I'm gonna get some movies going, eat some snacks, and we will see you folks in the morning. Take care. Good morning, gang. My GoPro died, so I didn't have any footage from up there this morning, but it has definitely gotten chillier. And that moon is absolutely insane. So pretty. So, oh, I forgot to cut my heater off. I need to get this thing cut off so I can get it packed up. Okay. Hopefully some of that awesome color is going to show up this morning while we're getting ready. It looks like it might be a pretty good sunrise. All right, seems like I got a little bit more oomph in there. I think that did help a little bit. So I keep watching that sunrise to make sure that I'm not missing anything. They happen so fast. Yeah, that worked out much better, keeping that up in the tent last night. It's not. That's it. We're done. Now I just gotta wait for my coffee to finish steeping and brewing and doing its thing, and we're gonna head home. Well, gang, that's going to be a wrap for this really, really nice, pleasing, enjoyable, relaxing episode. So everything's packed up. My coffee's ready to go. I'm going to head to the house, and hopefully I'll be able to get something out for you folks next week when it gets into the teens here in Texas next week. It's going to be below zero up north, I believe, that huge Arctic front that's coming in. But it'll be fun for me to get out there when it's that cold if I can find something and if I can get away. So guys, stay tuned. But until next time, thanks for watching. Take care.